Sometimes you got the need to go just a little bit old school. I broke this thing out of the vault this morning. It's an old M1A Scout from Springfield Armory. And I'm actually getting ready to put this red dot on it from SIG. It's a Sig Sauer Romeo5. Just an inexpensive red dot. Just want to try out for this type of, it's like a battle rifle. It's got Picatinny rail up front here on the barrel shroud. But before I do that, I wanted to test out the iron sights on it, make sure they were still zeroed after sitting in the safe for a while, and just test out some load accuracy at 50 yards and see what we get, just for the fun of it. This is actually a pretty accurate little rifle. It's a battle rifle, it's not a precision rifle, so you got to keep that in context. But got some nice hand loads for it. We're gonna fire off a few this morning for old school purposes. Got a little more thump to it than a 6.5 Creedmoor. Alright, so we're at 50 yards. Walk up to the target here. Actually using that center dot as my aiming point, because, you know, my eyes aren't young anymore. Ha! Nailed it! That was beautiful. Iron sights are still on at 50. Center dot punch. Let's put a few more rounds down, see what we get. Duffed that one a little bit, but man, you just gotta love a good old battle rifle. Let's go see what we got out of that. Oh, I freaking love the 308. One thing is blatantly clear is the 308's got more thump to it, and I love it. I love the way the 308 shoots. It's just got meat to it, you know what I mean? And it's such a powerful little round for short action. Come up on this target here and see what we did with our battle sight zero at 50 yards. All right, not too bad. I can see from here, it's not terrible. We're looking at 1.5 inch group at 50 yards. Battle sights. Right. Let's get it in the dirt just to see where we're at. Shooting high. Let's go in the dirt again. Oh, much closer. There we go. I think we're pretty darn close, actually. Alright, so the first load was actually a 168 grain tip to Match Kings from Sierra. They shoot really great. This next load is the one I had the most of. It's a 168 ELD match load. And they're pushing a little bit faster, so they're about 2,600 feet per second out of this rifle. So let's get it zeroed with that. And I'm gonna go put one on paper now and see where we are with the red dot. Let's go check it out. If I were a smarter man, I would have just done this the first time. Alright, we were pretty far off the bullseye still on that one, so made some adjustments. Let's go again. Save some walking. Alright, we're coming down. We're getting down to it. Getting closer. We're only about 10 inches off now. Need some more blammo. Oh, that's not good at all. Let's just wait that one out. Can't tell if that was a light strike or what. That was a no strike. Let's try it again. There we go. I don't know what that was about. We are dead on with windage. Need to come down about 1 inch. Alright, the stinking trigger on this M1A for a factory trigger, it's the M1A Scout, and this is the factory trigger. It's stinking amazing. It's got a little bit of creep in it. And once you hit the wall, it's just breaks smooth as glass. It's an amazing feeling. A good, crisp trigger on a Springfield M1A is a very pleasant experience. Alright, last one, hopefully, and we'll be zeroed. I'm going to switch back to my match load, Sierra Match Kings, and put down a group just to see what we get. That is way easier to get on target with that red dot than it is the iron sights. That is one of the major benefits of a red dot. And I think for a rifle like this, a battle rifle, this is a fighting battle rifle type of thing. It's not really a precision rifle, but it could be used in kind of a squad designated marksman role. You can be accurized. This is just factory. I haven't accurized it at all. I haven't put a new barrel on it or anything. I might in the future put a new barrel and accurize it a little bit, but for a straight factory battle rifle, scout rifle, that kind of thing, it's a pretty sweet setup. You can make some pretty quick shots at 50 yards, both eyes open, red dot on, pull the trigger. We're gonna go down here and see how this last group went. Iron sights versus red dots. Well, you can see from my first group with the iron sights, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That right there at 50 yards, you're looking at about 1 1/4 inch, 1.5 inch group for a battle rifle with iron sights. It's not too bad, I'll take it. Getting it sighted in, had to walk it down a little bit. I kept walking it a little and finally kind of settled in this area right here and decided to shoot a group with my match load. One of them, I have two of them with me, but the tipped Match Kings, it's hard to tell here because with the iron sights, I did a little bit better, obviously. With the red dot, I pulled these two off, and I'm not sure what to attribute that to, if it's scope issue, if it's position issue, or if it's just the aberration of the dot itself at that distance, because it's kind of a big dot. Even on low power, you got to kind of really power it down low so it's not obscuring target. But I did manage to get these three right here kind of in the center. We're looking at about 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch group at 50 yards with a battle sight. Basically, it's effectively a battle sight. But then I got these two pulled groups, so I'm not really sure, two pulled shots. I'm not really sure what to attribute that to. I would say that there is a potential for really good accuracy with the red dot, maybe a little bit more tuning with the load, maybe a little bit more time with the rifle. I haven't shot this one a whole lot in the last couple of years. The rifle itself is not a precision rifle. You have to understand that. It's a gas system. These things generally only, even the precision M1As, typically only hold about 1.5 minutes to a minute at 100 yards, and then they start to walk. As the gas system heats up and the piston, you know, the operating rod and all that stuff in here starts to move. Everything's moving, right? There's a lot of moving parts here. And as it starts to heat up, it starts to walk a little bit. With the Scout Squad models, you have not only the gas system and all associated parts with that, but you also have this Picatinny rail on top of the barrel here. Now that could either act in two ways. It could act as a barrel dampener and help improve accuracy, or it could just add a lot of rip, rattle, and shake to the barrel and degrade accuracy. At the end of the day though, it's not a precision sniper rifle type of gun. It's not built that way. It is a scout rifle. It is a busting around the brush rifle for shooting hogs and crap like that. I think you get a major benefit in the red dot so far as speed and clarity with your optics and getting aligned on a target. You can really get on target real quick with a red dot. They have a lot of benefits to them. It's a reflex sight, basically like you use in the military. We used to use the M68s or whatever they're called, the aim points. They were great little sights. We started when we got the M4s. When we started cycling those into our inventory, we put those red dots on them, and it was great because it made better shooters out of people easier. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people didn't quite get the accuracy with iron sights and how to do that, how to actually get the most out of your accuracy with iron sights. But the red dot made more sense because it was both eyes open, put the dot on target, pull the trigger. That's a huge benefit to red dots. It really is, because you can make some actually really effective shots in battle distances or close quarters distance, or even close hunting distances. So let's talk in hunting context. Say you're shooting hogs or deer or whatever. Something like this with a red dot, more than sufficient. You're gonna hit the heart, you're gonna hit the lungs, you're gonna kill the animal. It's gonna be clean, effective, and efficient. Iron sights, when you settle in and you do, you know, take your time, you can get some really stinking great accuracy out of iron sights. These are actually hooded National Match sights on this thing. It's got, you know, like a peep sight and a National Match blade front. So they're really good iron sights that they put on these rifles. And you know, when you have them tuned in, and when you have them dialed in, you can get some really accurate fire out of these things, out to extremely long ranges. But the rifle itself is just not built for super precision. It's fun though. It's just fun. It's old school fun with iron sights. And that's really what today's exercise is all about. Just the heck of having fun and blowing off some 308 ammo so I can cycle out some of the old stuff and start making some new stuff. But this is gonna be, this rifle here, this is like my scout rifle. This is like my truck gun, you know, if I'm out popping coyotes or just bumping around in the middle of nowhere and don't need anything super precise. It's kind of rugged, backcountry type of thing. Keep a Allen wrench taped to it. I'm gonna put one on the other side so I can take the red dot off when it fails, because it will fail. And you know, you can use the iron sights. And the way I've got it zeroed right now, I'm basically point target out to about 200, more or less. A little bit of compensation out of 200, aiming just a hair high. And life is good and you're gonna hit the target. So it'd be a great, you know, brush busting hunting rifle, that kind of thing. I just have it for fun. It was given to me by a dear friend who actually passed away, so it's one of those type of rifles that I will keep for the rest of my life and just have fun with. But iron sights versus red dots, what's your thoughts? Put them in the comments below. You ever shot the M1A Scout Squad or Scout Rifle, whatever they're calling it? I don't even remember. It's the 18-inch barrel. It's not the 16-inch SOCOM, it's the 18-inch. So, but old school cool. Lots of fun. Thank y'all for joining me again today. If you have any questions, if you have some comments, leave them below. Hit the like, subscribe button, and let the algorithm know you like this kind of stuff. Y'all have a blessed day.